Goodness. Here we go. Let's see. Can I hear myself? Yes, that's not always a good sign. Welcome, everybody, to the Warrior Health Podcast. Monday, already in November. Can't believe we're already in November. Let me see here. I had to turn this music down here a little bit. There we go. I'll turn it down a little bit. I don't know how loud that is for you guys, but that's pretty good for me. A little bit in the background. I hope everybody's doing good. When you come in here, please say hi. I have a couple of things I found today that really kind of hit close to home, and I wanted to share them with you guys. So I'm going to be doing that here in a little bit. Well, a little bit, probably like in the next 5 to 10 minutes, because I will probably not be on that long tonight. We'll see how it goes. Might do a little quick little 20-30 minute, but you guys got the power to keep me on a little bit longer at times. So, Irie, how you doing? Hello. Amber, thank you for joining as well. How are you doing? If you haven't, we actually just hit 100 people, which is awesome. And if you haven't subscribed to the Fancast DMJ on YouTube, please do so. Help us out. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and if we do, then maybe I don't have to come out of pocket and pay for this podcast. I could actually just make just enough to pay for the podcast in itself. So we will see. Have no fear. Dodge is here. How are you doing, brother? How are you doing? My mouse is over here sticking. I get stuck on some of these comments here a little bit after a while because I don't know what's wrong with my mouse. Had some people reach out to me today. Some would be like 3, 4, 5, something like that. There's probably close to 15 people that reached out to me today, and the things that they started talking about did not reflect what we ended talking about, right? The part that we ended with was this time of year, the fall, the winter, the bad weather, the holidays, the amount of people that we lost in our lives recently, the things that we go through on a day-to-day basis, the struggles that are new sometimes to us by just creating a new word like FOMO, right? The fear of missing out. I just recently found out what that meant. I don't know how long that's been around. For me, it's rather new, but the fear of missing out. I have a fear of being left out, but I don't really have a fear of missing out on anything. I know that there's times in my life that I'm not going to be able to or not be able to make things or to get to a place or to afford it or whatnot. But there is a huge fear that people have, I think, due to social media, that when they see so many things that they cannot do or be a part of, they have a tendency to panic and get this anxiety based on that kind of stuff. And I'm just gonna turn off this music here together. And I'm struggling a little bit with that because I didn't think that I had that feeling until the more people around me are reassuring me that they have this feeling. Kind of like having ADHD my whole life. I would never think to just assume that somebody is lying to me about something, right? But let's be real. Every time I say that I have ADHD, no, screw that. 9 out of 10 people will tell me how they have ADD or ADHD or whatever it is. I say something and then they say it. It's kind of like a one-upper, but it's almost like they're trying to like, hey, we're the same. Like we deal with the same thing. Not everybody deals with the same thing. Not everybody goes through the same feelings and the same emotions. But if we are all connected through social media and trying to do these similar things, right? We create this emotion, and that emotion, it's not always a positive thing to have ADHD. I get it. Like, I can't pay attention. I wasn't paying attention to you. I have ADD. I have ADHD. Um, can you clean off your dish and put it in the dishwasher? I have OCD. I think it's funny because I was on meds for a very long time, and I worked my ass to get off of those meds so I don't have to deal with it in that way. On the OCD level, not sometimes eating food with my hands and putting on gloves and having my fingernails cut so low that they bleed, and opening up doors and locking them and then opening them up again, back and forth, and doing things in threes, that is not everybody. And just because you like to stay clean doesn't mean you have OCD. And just because you're not paying attention because you're being lazy doesn't mean you have ADHD. So I think that the FOMO part, the fear of missing out, is sometimes reflected onto people as they want what they can't have. They want to do the things that they can't do. You got to take care of your family. You got to take care of yourself. You got to live your life. You got to save your money. You got to pay your bills. You got to do this stuff. So if you can't get something or you can't go somewhere, you all of a sudden feel this internal like angst, right? Like you don't feel good about yourself. And I think it's really a horrible fucking thing. Like I hate even hearing about FOMO. And I started saying it about a week ago for about a week. And I realized I don't want to entertain the idea of that anymore. I don't want to say it just because somebody else is saying it. I don't want to do it just because somebody else is doing it. Um, Trace, how the hell you doing, bud? Doing good, my man. Brooke, how are you? Good evening. Good evening to you. Jessica, thank you for joining. Hey, you guys. Uh, I already feel that. Wish I wasn't hurting Saturday. Sad I missed out on the filming stuff going on, but I'm happy everyone had a blast. That was awesome being in Astoria. Definitely. Yeah. Been a carpenter for 18 years. The fall, winter is sometimes tough, especially when projects end. Know the feeling of the FOMO really well, and that is right. Like the feeling of that is real. I'm never gonna. I won't denounce any of that. Like the feeling of that is real. The amount of things that people feel in regards to that, I don't think are that real. I I could be at a bar and everybody could be drinking shots of fucking delicious fucking alcohol, right? Like the finest alcohol they have at that establishment. And I could be just sipping on a fucking cider or something. Personally, it wouldn't bother me. If I was the only person that couldn't afford it, if I was the only person that didn't get one, I wouldn't have this fear of missing out from that scenario. And I say it as simple as a drink from a bar because that is how simple sometimes the FOMO is for some people. And it it's excelled through, I think, everybody saying it. One person says it, the next if I say something mean to somebody and then somebody jumps on that bandwagon, there's a bunch of people that will follow, right? If I say something positive, then people say something positive and they're reinforcement and they keep going. It's that tag along mentality, right? I got FOMO because of this. Well, I got FOMO too. You know what? I got FOMO as well. Somebody else is like, I got foam. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what we're talking about now. So it gets a little overwhelming, I think. There was there is something that I want to play for you guys really quick. Let me see here. I I don't my mouse is literally like I don't know what it is. I think I just need a new mouse. Um Maybe my daughter can help me. Should I call my daughter in here? Let's see. I would mute it and then I would do that, but my mouse isn't working for this. Watch this. Watch this. Hey Jade. See how fast she comes. All right. Oh, oh, my mic's working. Or my mouse is working. Um, let's see here. I want to see first of all, can you guys tell me if you guys can hear this or if you can't hear this when I start playing this? Okay. So I'm gonna when I put my hand down, that means I'm gonna start playing it. Let me know if you guys hear it. If you don't hear it, please let me know, okay? Okay. Don't worry. I got fucking backups. All right. Next, I'm going to do it again and just give me like a yes or a no if you can hear it or not. Okay. So let's see if this actually works. Okay. So I'm going to start playing that right now.
The harder you stir muddy water, the muddier it becomes. There's a great secret hidden in this simple observation. When life feels clouded, when your mind spins with worry and confusion, the instinct is to do something, anything, to force clarity. But clarity cannot be forced. Think of a glass of muddy water. If you leave it alone, completely alone, the sediment settles by itself. The water clears naturally, effortlessly. But if you keep stirring it, trying to speed up the process, you only keep the chaos alive. This is the nature of your own consciousness. The more you grasp at peace, the more it eludes you. The more you fight your thoughts, the louder they become. Wisdom isn't about controlling the waters of your life. It's about learning to be still enough to let them clear themselves. What if everything you're searching for appears the moment you stop searching?
I don't know about you guys, but I found that today and that hit me relatively hard. It was a how many times in our lives do we get to a point to where we are stressed out, where we're so focused, we're working, our family shit's the anxiety, like everything's going on, right? And what do we do? As much as possible. I gotta do this, I gotta take care of this. I can't, I'm busy. I'm sorry, I don't have enough time for a phone call. I'm sorry, I can't even text you 5 seconds of text messaging because I'm that fucking busy. Kids, shut up. Husband, wife, shut up. Like boom, your head just explodes. You're just going crazy. And what happens, right? You're fogged. You can't, there's no clarity. You can't see, you can't think, you can't feel. And that idea of that muddy water, right? That turning, right? What if you just wait? What if you just sit for just a moment to get that clarity, to do the thing that do the things that you need to do to make that happen, right? To feel that. It just is so overwhelmingly simple at times, right? I always used to say that to my kids, right? I said, use the KISS method, right? Keep it simple, stupid, right? It doesn't need to be something that's crazy or overwhelming or a headache. It can be simple. And the, I pertain that to the way that we talk to people. If I'm talking to you in a conversation and I ask you how your day is, and you tell me how your day is, no problem. Easy conversation. And then I tell you how my day is. And in that moment, the person chooses to want to then talk more about their day and interrupt and push in and tell me how to fix my life and tell me the things I need to do to get better and tell me the things that I need. When you get done telling somebody how confused, how sad, how messed up your life, how frustrated, how angry, it doesn't matter. All these emotions, you're telling somebody how in disarray your life is. And then you look to that person and you want to fix them. Think about that for a moment. I refuse to do all these things for myself, but I will do this for you. How is that possible? If I go and lift something right above my head because it's 100 pounds or something like that, right? And then it start to struggle and I can't, and all of a sudden it's just like the weight hits the ground. But then I look over at you and I'm like, you know what? I'll go ahead and lift your weight for you. That doesn't make sense. Like maybe that wasn't the best analogy. Maybe it was a great one. I don't know. But it doesn't seem like that is our focus. Doing stuff together, healing together, figuring it out together on how we can do this for ourselves. I can't fix the person next to me, but I can help them fix themselves. I can't help somebody get over a loss, but I can sit and cry with you, and I can let you cry, and I can just express those feelings and emotions. If you're trying to balance your own life, which everybody is, I don't know anybody in my life that isn't trying to balance something or go through something, right? If you're trying to do that yourself, don't don't let somebody lean on you because that'll knock your ass over, right? Like lean together, like do it together, like do it as a team. It doesn't have to be we're all alone in this, right? Um, I'm gonna get to the chat and it's hey Becky, how you doing? I'm gonna get to the chat a little bit more. Yeah, the voice, I don't know. I recognize it, but I don't know. I have another one that's also the same voice as well. And I think I can bring this one up on the screen as well. Hello, Allie. How you doing? Jennifer. Um, let's see here. So this one, I'll see if I can bring this up. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Oh, let's rewind that for a second. There we go.
To awaken to what you are, you must first forget what you think you are. To know joy, you must first taste sorrow. To uncover strength, you must first experience weakness. To understand peace, you must sit in the storm. To cultivate wisdom, you must first stumble in ignorance. To truly connect, you must embrace solitude. To evolve, you must surrender to change. And to rewrite your story, you must first realize you are the author. Most people spend their lives resisting the very experiences that shape them. But life in its infinite wisdom does not grant light without shadow, nor growth without discomfort. The ocean does not resist the tide, nor does the seed resist the breaking of its shell. Likewise, you are not here to cling, but to flow, to dissolve and become, to lose yourself so that you may finally remember who you are.
So what do you guys think of that? How was that one? I kind of like that one. That one part, right? To rewrite, your story, to rewrite your life, right? You have to first realize that you're the author. Like that is such a powerful line right there. That you have to realize that you're the author of your own life. That you have to focus yourself into a mode that realizes that what you imagine can happen, what you put into it, right? The positive energy that you put into it, that moment that you can realize that you can do anything, that you can be anybody that you want to be, that you can change your life for the better, that you can get out of the hole that you're in. That's the moment that you realize that you're writing your own story, right? And this is just the next chapter in your life. And you don't have to worry about what happened in the past. You don't have to worry about what's going to happen at the end of the book, right? You don't have to read that far ahead to figure it out. You can just sit right now and just focus your energy on what you're doing today and not how many people affected your life. Fuck your exes. Fuck your parents. Fuck your family. Fuck your friends. Fuck all the bullies that you had in your life. Fuck all the illnesses that you had, the hard times, the cold weather, the fucking hangnails, down to the littlest fucking thing. Like, fuck it all. Fuck it. Doesn't matter. In this moment right now, we can change who we are. In this moment, we get to say yes or no to the things that are affecting us in our life. And we don't have to base that on the things that have happened to us. If your ex has been a narcissistic asshole to you, it doesn't mean that you have to prevent knowing every single fucking guy in the world from getting to know you because one person somehow hurt your feelings. Forget about them and move on and learn in that moment. If you were hurt by your parents because they were shitty fucking parents, or because you had horrible siblings, or you grew up not having friends, that doesn't mean that you can't make friends. That doesn't mean you're going to be a shitty parent. And that doesn't mean that you can't live your life today because you're stuck in this emotion because somebody forced you to be there. Like, be in this moment today. And I'm not saying this because I'm this guru, and I'm not saying this because I got a podcast or whatnot. I'm saying this to you right now because I figured it out by listening to the people around me, by focusing my energy on that positive idea that together, because we don't fucking do this shit alone. Like, no matter how many people out there think, well, I don't need any help, I don't need this, I don't need that. You don't do it alone. Nobody does life alone. You do it with people, and you do it with the people that you surround yourself with. And my biggest problem was is I either surrounded myself with nobody, or I surrounded myself with everybody that took advantage of me. And now I know the difference between the two. And I know that those two are not anything that I want to associate myself with at all. Um, it's it's hard in the moment that you realize what your self-worth is, because you get emotional in that moment because you realize how much you have sacrificed in your life by giving it to the people that don't deserve you as a person. And I want to know that, like, if anybody's in here right now in the podcast, just listening, just in the chat, being a part of it, if you know me and you know me in real life and you know me through the chat, you know me through Facebook, you've never met me, this is your first time. Um, these are your people. People aren't in here right now because they don't want help. They're in here because they want to help others, and they want help themselves, because they want a voice, because they want to listen, because they want to do better, because they want to not struggle. Like, I want to build this platform around being there for people that feel alone, but I also want to build this fucking community with people that know where they're at in their life, and they know that they're not perfect, but they have so much to offer everybody around them, right? Like, I don't I don't think I'm fucking all there mentally, you know? Like, I don't I cry just like the next person, I get emotional like the next person, I struggle with life and finances and people and whatever it is, right? Over the years, dating and relationships or marriage and engagements and stuff like that. Like, I'm not perfect, but I'll tell you what I am fucking perfect at. I'm perfect at learning from my mistakes. And when I do something and I make that mistake, I make sure that that mistake does not go unanswered. I learn from that. I learn from that failure. I think about it. I focus on it. I change the next time it's going to happen. I don't try to revisit that. And if I do, man, fucking shame on me. Let me do it again. Let me focus my energy and do that again. Right. But I don't stop doing it, and I don't blame anybody else around me, and I don't blame other people just because they're a part of my life and they do something to me. Somebody calls you a bad name, somebody fucking throws a stone at you, somebody trips you, somebody fucking steals money from you, like, whatever. Shit fucking happens, right? Like, it so much shit's happened to me, and it's gonna not stop happening. It's gonna keep happening. But how are we gonna deal with it when it happens? How do we learn from it? Maybe we can prevent it from happening. Maybe we can't. Maybe we just got to learn better ways to deal with it. But in the light of that, it doesn't mean that we can't still be us and be happy and enjoy our life and just enjoy the people that are around us, the people that are in this podcast, the people that are a part of mine and Daryl's podcast, or they do the no fucking filter, or the Goonies stuff, or whatever it is. Every We come from all walks of life. It doesn't mean that we can't all be here for each other. Just because somebody has never seen the Goonies, or they are like, I only saw when I was a kid, they're like, I'm sorry. It's so funny when people apologize to me because they've never seen the Goonies. I have, well, like, why? Like, why are you apologizing? I think that's amazing. I think that if you've never seen it, or you have seen it and you haven't seen it in a long time, man, to be in that, to have that feeling where you could watch it again and go through that again and then hit this community of people, fucking A. I envy that. I love watching movies with people that have never seen the movie before. Not so I can recite every line, which I may on some occasions, but because I want to see their reaction while they're watching that movie for the first time. I think that is so much fun, right? Um, anyway, it's kind of like for me, it's like when somebody opens a present that you give them. I love to give that present and open that. I wish I had millions and millions of dollars. I could buy everybody presents and just sit there and watch them open it, right? It would be so awesome. Um, let me scroll back up really quick too. I went on a little tear there. Let me scroll back up. So I got, let's see, Amy. How are you doing, Amy? Oh, I'm guessing that was probably referring to the video. That's how far back that was. Let's see. Yeah, that was about that long ago. Melissa, what's happening? Roger, y'all have a good Halloween. Yeah, of course we do. We live in the States, bro. That's what we do. And yeah, I had an amazing Halloween because I was at the Goonies house with Daryl and a bunch of other people. And I did tell everybody as much as I could, like, hey, come down to Astoria, be an extra in the filming. I mean, it was a beautiful day. It was awesome. Brooke, what is happening? Shauna, I'm here. Made a jailbreak and driving home, listening in the car. She made a jailbreak. I love it. Jennifer, what's up? Brad, just got done talking to Brad earlier today, too. Brad is the guy that will literally be like, he'll take the jacket off and he'll be like, here, you're warm. And somebody else will need a jacket, and somehow he'll have another jacket and he'll put that on the other person. So, yeah. Kim, what is up, Kim? I actually I was calling my daughter earlier, but I can't reach him. But Kim got me these badass. Let's see if I can do it again. Hold on. I'll shout, but let me mute it really quick. Hold on. Where's my mic? I think that one got her attention. That was a little louder than I did last time. Wore my Goonies Never Say Die bracelet during surgery. How did that go, by the way? I want to know how that went. And you don't have to say it on here. You can say it um, separately if you'd like. But that's, I mean, just that saying alone. I mean, it's powerful enough, right? I mean, just to hear Mark Marshall say that to me one time was enough to be able to. I really hope my daughter isn't fucking sleeping. Now she heard me. See, man, my ex just posted a playlist of like 84 videos of the trauma I went through, experiencing the trauma bonds and psychological damages, dealing with narcissistic abuse and psychopathic personalities, and how to recover from it. Man, he is still getting into my mind. No, he's not. Don't lie. Stop lying. I'm going to tell you this right now, and you've met me in person now twice. So you know I'm not a mean person. I'm not a rude person, but I'm going to tell you this right now. The thing that you just said right there in this statement, man, he is still getting into my mind. No, he is not. Jade, can you grab me that right there? The thing that, no, right there, right there. Yeah. He is not, and that was it. Thank you. Love you. Yeah, so it was. Thank you. He is not getting into your mind. You are putting him there. You just said that your ex just posted a playlist. If you were not friends with your ex, that apparently is doing all this bad stuff, and if you don't want him to get into your mind, then you can just let him exit out of your life or push him out of your life. So the mentality that we have when somebody gets in under our skin because of words or because something simple, you're putting it there if you're allowing them to be in your life. Unless he is literally walking through your front door, yelling at you and pushing you around. If it's just on social media, you're allowing that to happen. Block him. You can unblock him later. I think after like 3 days, you can unblock him if you wanted to. I don't know the scenario, but I know that if it's a negative thing, get rid of it. Like some things you can't handle, like or you can't change, right? Like this. Look at this. I can't change this. Look at all the white hairs right here. But then look at this side. Dark. White, like uneven. I feel like I'm falling over. Can't change that. Um the main thing that I want to say when people bring certain things up to me, I want to be like, walk away, go away, stop talking, stop doing that to them, stop letting that person do that thing. Right. Like I want to say that so much. But then also some people come to me and I've never really talked to them before. So I really don't know. They haven't watched the podcast. People are reaching out for the first time. I'm not going to just be like, hey, yeah, you know what? Blah, here you go. And some people don't respond to that. Sometimes it's a little different. But I do have a tough love mentality for myself, and so I definitely dish it back out to other people because I think that helps. Um, Stop talking about our conversations. Our experiences shape our character. We can't avoid problems, but we can learn how to handle them better the next time. Integrity is huge. Amy says, this has been on my mind lately, always holding space for everyone. Sometimes you need to focus on our own journey and how we react, slowing down and appreciate the good and the bad and the ugly and grow from it. True. But also remember that holding the space for everyone, true, not a healthy thing. Holding the space for every one of your actual people, though, can be healing and helpful. It's when we give everybody else that same feeling and emotion, even though they don't deserve it. We have to learn how to weed those people out. Talking with my hands. I hope I don't hit my mic again. So I don't lose myself replaying the memories of the flashbacks. I am good, Dustin. Thank you. I was a little delayed since I said it earlier. I'm sorry. Jessica, what's happening? Jessica? Marcelo. I hung out with Marcelo this weekend. It was so much fun. We had such an amazing time. If you guys don't know who Marcelo is, he has the Goondocks Ecto One. It's pretty cool. We got some pictures with it and stuff, so it's awesome. So sweet. Hey, honey, how you doing? Yes, I'm guessing that was for what I said earlier. Feeling good for having my uterus taken out. Okay. I would say TMI, but I definitely asked for it. Then again, could be the pain meds. It was so scary for me going under, fearing not coming out, being a parent. I was rubbing the bracelet as they wheeled me to the procedure room. I was also looking forward to listening to this podcast tonight, so I had that as motivation. You know what's funny is I almost wasn't going to do it. And it's taking my son to work and then trying to make it back and take care of a couple other things for my job and stuff. And it was a close one. So now I know the reason why you were giving me that energy and telling me that you needed it. So I decided to come on here and give that. Kim, as I said earlier, when she invited me to go to see Adam Sandler. She has some friends that work at the arena that where Adam Sandler was playing at. And um there's this, I'll show you right here. Oops. It's not going to clear up, I don't think. Anyway, badass motherfucker affirmation 60 days of bold, unapologetic, kick ass energy to motivate and dominate because weakness isn't an option. So you're supposed to open these up. I'm going to do one here on the podcast, right? And they're like little tiny scrolls, right? So I'm going to open one. Man, my hands are too big for these scrolls. So I'm going to open up one of these scrolls eventually. Okay. And then I'm going to read it. It's upside down. Badass affirmation. You may not be able to control the bullshit life throws your way, but you are in complete fucking control of how the fuck you react to it. It's almost like I set that shit up for what we were talking about today. Oh my gosh. And that was just pulling a random one out. Badass affirmation. You may not be able to control the bullshit life throws your way, but you are in complete fucking control of how the fuck you react to it. I like that one. I'm going to have to start reading some of these. I'm going to be opening these up daily. What I'll do is I'll put them in two different groups, the ones that I've read online and the ones that I read for myself. And I'll be able to go through some of those and maybe we'll be able to create some more topics on the podcast based on those. I think that'd be awesome. Brad, I was talking to you tonight to let you know that they got it all on the second try. So you got this on your second try, going in with no fears, brother. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Sometimes, and you know what I'm saying? Like Brad, like having a support system, certain people sometimes it's a positive thing to have those people that you can go to, that you don't have to refrain about the things that you're going to say because you're not scared about how they're going to affect them. Like I can say anything I want to Brad at all. Brad, I can say anything I want to him. He's not going to take that shit personal. He's not going to take it as a reflection on him. He's not going to take it as I'm unloading on him too much. And then I do the same for him. Like if he needs something, he does the same shit for me. You got to have people like that in your life. And if you don't have people like that in your life, then stay on this fucking podcast, because I swear to you, you will find people in here that will feel the exact same. Irie, thanks, Dustin. I had to get a restraining, I'm guessing, order. Let's see. I haven't gotten no contact. It's my fault. I still look on his YouTube. I blocked him on all other social media. I'm afraid of him coming back. You know what? That's valid in the end part. But I will tell you, don't feed the fear. You know, you still look on his YouTube. Don't look on his YouTube. Block it. Get rid of it. Get rid of everything you can. Not to say that's going to get rid of that being afraid part, but it's definitely going to help it. If you're thinking about spiders and you're afraid of spiders, you're probably going to be looking around for spiders, I guess. And then if you want to go with the old Australian slang term, I'm not here to fuck spiders. So, as a person who used to feel very deeply and having strong emotions, I stopped caring so damn much and turned all that into just learning about anything and everything. I'd pick random things and just study. And if that works for you, that's amazing as well, too. That's a great road to go down. Yeah, you said it right there. Trace, let's see. I dealt with an incident this weekend that made me realize that all my problems are just problems. They can be dealt with and figured out. Hug your spouse and kids if you have them. Tell them you love them. That's all that really matters. And Trace, you and Jen had a bunch of hugs from me, so I'm gonna give you some. Just remember those. These are the virtual hugs. You got to remember the real ones, though, right? I got an opportunity to go down. Trace and his wife Jen went down to Astoria, Oregon, and I made damn sure that I could fucking come down there to meet them and see them and stuff like that. And we had a good time being down there. I can help you with that. I've been there. Let's see. Yep, exactly. Yep. See, look at that. A quick connection right here. You know what? Let's go for a second one. We're gonna go for a second one right now. As Kim would say that I'm behind on probably 2 or 3 anyway. So let me do another one here really quick. Love you too, brother. I'm glad. Okay, everything is all good. Yes, it could have been a different story, and I'm glad that it's want things to be better for people. And I know that I can't control that, but I can definitely give out that positive reinforcement to people. Oh, by the way, while we have a good amount of people in here, please subscribe to Fancast DMJ on YouTube. Even if you don't watch me or anybody that we have on the show, or Daryl when we do the Throwback Thursdays, or Murph when we do the No Fucking Filter Fridays, even if you don't want to watch any of us on YouTube, just subscribe and leave it. That's all I ask. We have our goal is 1,000, and we're sitting at exactly 100 right now before the show started. So please, if you're in here, just subscribe to Fancast DMJ on YouTube, and then that's it. It's like following somebody on Facebook. Only the only thing it's going to do is probably notify you when we go live. That's about it. Also, hey, I want to do a roll call really quick. So while everybody is in here right now, let's do a roll call. And I want to make this kind of difficult. You only get up to 3 words. And those 3 words, 1, 2, or 3 words, you can use 1, 2, or 3, but no more than 3. What is one of the most thankful things that you have in your heart right now? Something you're going through, something you just got through, a person, a place, a destination. It could be your fucking car. It could be a piece of paper. I don't care what it is. What is something right now that means the most, that you're the most thankful for in your life right now? And I get it. You have kids and you have a wife, and you want to say your wife and your kids and things like wife, kids, blah, blah. Awesome. That's kind of a given. I don't think that if you said 3 things that weren't them, that you're not thankful for them. Just right now in this moment, that what you're feeling, what are you really thankful for right now? Like, one of those things I'm really thankful for is just 2 legs. I hurt and I complain about my knees and my, my side, and this hurts. But fuck, I have my legs. Like, I'm really thankful for that. I wouldn't be able to do half the shit I fucking do, right? Like, just be a big fucking goonie, right? Badass affirmation today. Embrace both your awesomeness and your assholeness. Today, badass affirmation. Today, embrace both your awesomeness and your assholeness. Assholeness. Anyway, there's that one. Let me scroll back up right now. Let's see. That was the last one I saw. Junior. Ooh, Junior. I was gonna do it right now, but I'm gonna wait till Thursday. We're gonna do a mail call. I got a piece of mail from Junior sitting on the table right there, and it's so hard, but I'm gonna do that on the Throwback Thursday. Daryl and I have a couple of things going on for that. We're going to be talking about our Goonies Halloween weekend, and then in a week from Thursday, we're doing a whole 40th anniversary Back to the Future. We're going to do some fun facts, some trivia, stuff like that. It's going to be awesome. Trace, life! Exclamation point! Perfect. That is yes. Brad, my wife. Also, just like Trace said, life, life, life. There's reason why they spelled so close, right? Roger says a credit card. Hey, very true. I lived off of one because of COVID and because I got fucked over with a lot of shit financially. I had to live off a credit card, and my kids were fed and clothed because of that. Thankful for my health. Shit, yeah. And I'm thankful for your health too, brother. Health and family. Definitely. What is up, Judith? How are you doing? Let's see. Dang, can I figure out how to correct? Autocorrect. Oh, that's awesome. Judith, I love you. I miss you. And I'm gonna not be so busy every time I come down to the store doing other shit, so I can actually get to do this more. Breath. I like you guys going with the singles too. The single word, just the simple things, right? Being alive. Yep. Being alive can also be more than just life, right? Feeling alive. Your positivity. Positivity. My positivity or your positive or our positivity in a whole. Ability to move. Should I dance? Okay. With no sound, that really is not gonna look the best. My son got sober. Nice. Wait, like just recently or like was on the path and then like now he's sober. Like he fought through the hard time. Time to myself. Sorry. I feel you there. Comes to think sometimes you just need that peace. My living room, the upcoming full moon and terrace. Terrace? Is that right? Is that how you say that? Did I say that right? Um, and Judith, see, if I was Judith, I'd just be like to live in Astoria. That's what I would say. My honesty and integrity. Mm-hmm. That, and holding on to that shit, I tell you. Making new friends. You damn right, Marcelo. Although I do gotta say, as a new friend of mine, Marcelo, you gotta talk more, bud. Marcelo's got that very magnanimous, very ominous he just kind of sits back and he just kind of looks, kind of waits. And then every now and then he just pops in something really quick and you're like, there's Marcelo. Didn't know how he hid behind somebody, but heart? Is that heart? Or are you just giving me the heart? Let's see. Seeing, hearing, and taste. Taste. When I got COVID the first time, it was like about 3 months until my taste buds kind of started coming back. When that happened, I was dying. I thought to myself as an Italian man, if I can't taste garlic, I'm done. We're done. I can't do it no more. I can't do life. Moon and Taurus, love, sanctuary, yummy food, and lovely things. You damn right. My sister was a Taurus. I'm an Aries. It's the best. And Marcelo says hi to Judith. Journey. I like it. And that could be the journey that we're about to be on. That could be the journey that you're already on. Be somebody else's to your journey. To your journey. Badass motherfucker. I love how Judas autocorrects is just taking off everywhere. Recently, he is rehab, heading to sober living in Denver for 6 months. Nice. Please do me a favor and give me like whenever we have these podcasts, give us a little um, heads up of how he's doing and things like that. Like I would love to see when people talk about health issues, when people talk about family or cancer, or if they're going for surgery, like Shauna said earlier, like please don't ever like stray away from like saying stuff to us on the podcast. If you're okay talking about it, please bring it up because I want to know. Like this is how you guys sometimes get in the chat, and I like, especially like myself and Daryl and stuff like that too. We'll try to get to everybody's chat, but sometimes we'll miss and we'll see a conversation and it's like, all right, cool, let's just keep bouncing down a little bit and like find where everybody starts again. But you guys are getting to know each other in here. You guys are talking, having a good time. Use the chat for that. If you guys get in there, I'll look over stuff. You guys are talking to each other. You're like, hey, how's it going? Oh, I'm doing good. How is this? Okay, cool, perfect. Have those conversations. Get to know each other. Use the podcast. This is the podcast for you guys. Like, I want to see it and hear it, but then I also want to talk to you guys and go through that kind of stuff as well. My support system, 100% right there. 100%. Hello, Marcelo. Javier Marcelo Ponce, nice to have met you yesterday, sir. Wait, you mean Saturday? Because if you were hanging out with him yesterday, I'd be a little butthurt, Javier. Just saying. I got to see Javier again. I love how Astoria brings people together too, and it's such a metaphor. I think I'm going to start using Astoria, the name of the town or the city, as an actual like term for what it means to be family, to be supportive, to be there for people and things like that. Like it's such a huge like as soon as I get into town, it's like a weight's lifted off my shoulders and I'm like just ready to just smile and have a good time, you know? This is the first time I actually felt comfortable mentioning that. And thank you for mentioning that. And I appreciate that you feel comfortable mentioning that as well now. And also for you and for anybody else, don't ever feel uncomfortable saying or mentioning anything because what I'm building here is not just for the group chat and stuff, but on here as well is like I want to build one of the safest places for people to be able to talk about the things that they need to talk about. Not everybody has the time for um not everybody has the time for like a therapist or a counselor, or not everybody has time to spend with their family and their friends all the time and things like that, right? So sometimes it is just hanging out with your friends or getting on, on here or something like that, or getting into a chat. And sometimes you leave here and you see all these people. There's 18 people in here. I do a roll call. Everybody, give me a roll call with your age. 1, 2, 3, go. Like that. Just hit it and go. And then we'll put your age in and you'll see. All of a sudden, we're going to see who's actually in the chat. And we're going to see all these people. We're going to be like, cool. Hey, here's a conversation. Here, let me friend request you. Let me do this kind of stuff. And ask people on here, go, hey, hey, Jennifer, or this is Javier, and can I send you a friend request? Like I have some experience with the sober part. Maybe I can give some clarity to it, like things like that. Like I think it's such a huge thing that we do that. We don't have to wait till once a week to get on this podcast just to talk to each other. Like bring more. I mean, definitely if you're going to talk, please come back. But I'm just saying, like ultimately, we're here for everybody, right? Sanity, patience, people who choose being nice versus a dick. That is very true. That is very true. Um, the magical Astoria, it's real. It is real. It is. I mean, just Judith, just when I come down there and I get ready to park my truck in the front, it's like I always know Judith's gonna introduce me to somebody new. I'm gonna go up to Judith. I'm gonna give her a nice little loving elbow bump. I'm gonna be able to just smile, see the Goonie Street sign, just relax. When I leave the Goonie house, I'm gonna come back down. I'm gonna see her again. It's such a warm, inviting, feeling to be around not only the people in the story, but just be there, period. My tribe, friends, family, my boys, my patience. Yeah, I mean, that's one of those things too, just having your core tribe, right? Your core tribe of people that you have. I mean, of course, my tribe is my Goonies, right? Like I didn't have a tribe before the 40th anniversary. I didn't have a tribe of people. I had my friends, handful of friends, but I didn't have a tribe of people. And now it's, man, I tell you, I can't people can't message me enough. Put it that way. Like I respond to everybody. You're never gonna stay unread for too long with me. I mean, I don't think you can get by an hour. I maybe went an hour during like the Halloween weekend. My wife says she cannot understand my fascination with the story, and I tell her, "Go, and you'll know." Brad, so true. I've actually said that to 4 people. I brought 3 of them, and every time we left, they're like, "I can't wait to go back." They're like, "You're so right. I cannot believe how that feels to be there." And then when people say, "Well, it's different when I go with you." No, it's not. You go with me, you go by yourself, like, it doesn't matter. Once you go, that's the start. Astoria is where the river returns to the ocean. The water in the river returns home. It's like a rebirth and coming home for the holidays. That is beautifully said right there. That's so true. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean not comfortable here. I meant just talking about it in general has been tough. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, and that's a hard thing to bring up too. That's not a conversation starter. That's more of a conversation ender, right? Like you say that, and it's kind of like people that are not comfortable with it maybe won't keep going with it. For me, I don't have an addictive personality. I was never addicted to drugs. I've done drugs. Drank, whatever, all kinds of stuff. I just don't have an addictive personality. I can start and stop everything all the time. People used to say that about gaming for me. They're like, "Oh, I bet you're addicted to video games." I'm the biggest gamer that I know as a person when it comes to playing them, owning arcade machines, playing video games, stuff like that. And when I get on at night and play with my friends, I've literally been friends with these people for like almost 20 years. And I get on there and they're supportive of the podcast. They get on, they, hang out and stuff like that. And we talk about life, family, what's going on. To me, that's not gaming. To me, that's just hanging out with my friends, right? When you go to an arcade with your friends and family, you don't say, "I'm a gamer." You say, I'm going to go and hang out with my friends and family, right? So I think it's just in the differences like that. Oh wait, what was that? Hold on. Yes. Okay, got that one. Yeah, take her to Cannon Beach too. Yeah. Let's see. Speak the truth. Damn right. I'm grateful witness to the beauty of the Goonie community. You are the Goonie community, Judith. Without you, there is no like community. I don't want to say like a mascot because that does not say exactly what I want to say. You were like the center point. You were the what's the compass? What's the thing inside of you? Anyway, you're like the middle part of the Triforce. How about that? Let's see. Jennifer Workers is a terrible, terrible feeling when your kid is fucking up. I went through it this weekend. Those 2 a.m. calls from the hospital asking if you're the parent of your kid's name really suck. It's true. And Trace, and you reached out to me to talk to me and say that and stuff. And sometimes you don't know what to say. Sometimes it's just being supportive in the best way that you can for people when they're going through something. Because if you don't know, I mean, it just sucks. It sucks. And going through that as well, man. I lose track. I haven't celebrated birthday since I was 22. So born January 81, so about 43, 44. Yeah. Hey, some people I stopped going to funerals when my sister passed away. I haven't been to a funeral since. Stopping with your birthday, that works. I mean, you'll live forever. There you go. Not have to worry about it. So you're 22 for the rest of your life. Needle in the compass. Yeah, is that something like that? Needle in the compass. I don't know. I don't know what I was trying to say right there. I'm not a very eloquent speaker when it comes to the things off the top of my head. I can talk fast about certain things, but I can only use small words. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We got 18 people in here, and I was going to do a roll call with our ages, but nobody said anything. So, how about we do a roll call with Your favorite kind of potato chip. And if you don't like potato chips, just give me the snack that you like. But let's just start with potato chips. What's your favorite like flavor of potato chip? I'm waiting. And not a potato chip, but Irie's gonna go with her age, 36. Um, that's the only God. I'm sorry. The past few months have my life has been very similar. Sad this isn't my first experience with this. You know what though? It doesn't matter if it's not your first experience with this, right? You know, it's what he's doing now. He's getting sober now. It's what he's doing. Shauna says, Cool Ranch. Love it. Sour cream and onion. Definitely one of my kids' favorites as well. Goonie Fairy Godmother. You know, that is let's see. We'll call it from now on. Judith's new nickname is the GFG, the Goonie Fairy Godmother. Just big letters. GFG. Let's see. Trace says yes. Oh, I think that was up above somewhere, maybe. Fritos. Oh yeah, you know, I do love me some. I won't say potato chips. I'll just say chips, like those, like something in a bag. How about that, right? I do love Fritos. I love the big Fritos because they're the perfect like dipper. You know, a good like bean dip or something. I have to go with the Hawaiian barbecue. That's my daughter right there. My daughter loves the Hawaiian barbecue. Irie says spicy Doritos. The spicy. There's a couple of them though. You got like those, like you know, like kind of like the Taki style ones where they're like really the Fuegos or whatever those like really spicy ones, and then they just got like the Chipotle ones. Trace says chips, just all chips. Just give them the chips. Give Trace some chips. Brandon says Tim's the dill pickle. Yes, Tim's Cascades, the dill pickle. Those are some of my favorite ones as well too. I actually make a pretty good appetizer with the Tim's Cascade dill pickle one. Don't ask me about the rest of it. It's a little intricate, but it's delicious. I use the chip kind of like you would a cracker or a piece of toast or something, right? Monica says Cool Ranch. Shauna says dill. And I got you. See, I picked up what you're putting down. The original Pringles. I do love me some Pringles. I mean, if you like Pringles, if you want a really good recipe with that, mix Parmesan cheese, Pringles, and Cheez-It crackers and crumble it over the top of a mac and cheese when you bake it in the oven. So good. Toss up Tim's salt and vinegar or the jalapeno. That you can't go wrong with Tim's on either. I go with the salt and vinegar because I can't do the jalapeno anymore. I'm allergic to fucking peppers. Monster Munch Flaming Hot. Love when Roger brings up the stuff from the UK. Monster Munch Flaming Hot. Monster Munch Flaming Hot. I'm going to put this in here. Hold on. Monster Munch Flaming Hot. So I'm guessing these are Walker's Monster. Okay. Oops. Not bad. Okay, let me bring this on. Let me bring this on the stage so everybody else can see. Share screen. There they are. Look at that. It's a picture of Roger right there. Monster Munch. He's the monster. Sweet and spicy, flaming hot. Walker's. Walker's is probably like a Lay's. It looks like a Lay's potato chip, right? Something like that. I think I need a hug from my daughter. Hey Jade, when you're done, come give me a hug. Let's see. Me too. Talkies are dank. Is dank good or bad? Jade, is dank good or bad? Dank, D-A-N-K. So like if she's talking about talkies, and if they're dank, is that a good or a bad thing? My daughter hasn't even heard of it, so I need a hug.
I gotta catch up on the lingo, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I'll say hi to everybody. I'm not talking with anybody in here, so you can just say hi right here.
Yo, what up?
We're just going over what our favorite chips are. I was doing a roll call, so when I'll do it like this. When I do a roll call, everybody puts in their favorite kinds of chips, and it allows me to see who's actually in here. So I said that yours was like the Hawaiian barbecue was like your favorite. Is that right? Still, or like barbecue? I mean, like,
I'm not a big chip person.
okay. If you had to pick chips, daughter, which one would you pick?
You should. Pirates Booty.
Well, no, that's true. I guess that's true. Okay, so my daughter loves the Pirates Booty, like those little corn puffs.
Corn.
They're like the little corn cheese puff type things. It's like a popcorn puff or something almost like, right? All right, give me a hug. All right, I love you.
Ooh.
All right, Jen says salt and pepper. Oh, you know what? Salt and pepper, after having the Tim's Cascade salt and peppers, they have a pistachio. No, yeah, pistachio, like the pistachio roasted, salted, but it's a salt and pepper pistachio. It's actually pretty good. Let's see. Okay, well, Fancast still has only 100 subscribers, so I was gonna go look on there and be like, how many subscribers do we have after tonight? We still have only 100. Let's see. Brent, what is up, brother? How you doing, my man? How are you doing? Dank is delicious. Okay, so Takis are delicious. Gotcha. Probably still won't remember that. Dank will still be something different after. And then Brent comes in. Dank is good. I love it. I love it. So time is 6:30. So I got to pick up my son in about probably like 7-ish or so. He's gonna message me. So we got about that long. I did want to ask if anybody wanted to come on and just speak instead of having, because obviously you can't type a bunch of your stuff, right? And say what you got that's going on in your life right now. Just say something. Uh, Not necessarily asking me. If you want to ask me something on here too, then you can ask me for something too, like an advice type of thing, or you're going through something, you can ask me my opinion. But if you just want to state what you're going through, maybe it's just getting it off your chest. So if this is something you want to do, let me know. Send me a message on Messenger, and I'll send you a link on here. We got about probably about 25 minutes, so feel free. Other than that, if you missed it earlier, these badass motherfucker affirmations, 60 days of bold, unapologetic, kick-ass energy to motivate and dominate. Should I read it like that? Badass motherfucker affirmations, 60 days of bold, unapologetic, kick-ass energy to motivate and dominate, because weakness isn't an option. I'm gonna give you my wicked eyebrow. Let's see. So these are the ones. The first one was badass affirmation. You may not be able to control the bullshit life throws your way, but you are in complete fucking control of how the fuck you react to it. And the next one that I did was today, embrace both your awesomeness and your assholeness. Dun, dun, dun. Look how dry my fingers are. Okay. What do we got here? What does it say? Best name ever, right? That was pretty good, right? Badass motherfucker affirmations. Adjusting to the time change, it sucks. It's dark at 4-ish. Rough. Why? I know. I love the fallback because it gets dark early, and I'm just so here's the thing with me. I have cerebral acromatopsia, which means I have very light sensitive eyes due to the fact that my brain does not receive color, right, through my eyes. It doesn't recognize it, so I only see brightness, like it's really bright. So during the day, for me, sucks. And if it's hot out, I'm a kind of a bigger dude, so I sweat when I get hot, right? So for me, fall is like, oh, I love it. Earlier we were talking a little bit when I did a couple of those videos, right? Or sorry, not videos, but like quotes, the guy that was kind of speaking. And please send me stuff. I have been getting stuff from some people, but please send me stuff. If you guys have ideas of things for the Warrior Health podcast, I kind of go with what I'm feeling that day, what I went through for the weekend, or you know what I've had sent to me. Sometimes I'm like, this is good, and this okay, cool. I got these two things. Let me do that focus and kind of move with it. I think that a lot of people refrain from wanting to send me stuff because I think I'm gonna fucking tag them or say something. I won't. Okay. If you want to say something to me in the chat, just say, please don't say it's me. And I will say it on here and I'll talk about it and we'll go through it and we'll get everybody's opinion and nobody will know who it's about. Right. So until you're comfortable, I have no problem doing that. A broom. I don't know what this means, but I just thought about it and I tried and I failed. Jen hates that shit. I love it. Bring on the darkness. Yep, I am too. I'm when it's for some reason for me when it gets dark really late, it's all of a sudden like when it's dark, you're like, oh, like I got like an hour left, right? Now when it gets dark, it feels like, oh, it should be done for the night. And then you're like, holy shit, I got like hours upon hours upon hours left. Um, for you, I will lighten up. Thank you, Judith. Thank you, Judith. Yeah, I don't have any messages from anybody about this. So, how's everybody doing? Does anybody have a topic that you want me to talk about for I mean, you could literally just give me like a one sentence something and I'll fucking go down that beaten path of what we're all probably thinking. So, what are people dealing with? What are you struggling with the most today? Or this week, this last week, from last week to now? What are you struggling the most with? Should I get some of that music that's like the Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Or wait, how do you say it? Like Mario? Here we go. Say something kind that your younger self needed to hear. Someone here needs it today. Say something kind that your younger self needed to hear. Someone here needs it today. So what do you guys got? What do you guys got for that? Let's see. Jen was the last one. Jen, let's see. Yeah, but when it's dark, I think it's bedtime. That's what I'm saying. I have like an hour to get stuff done when I get home from work. I like the sunshine. True. It depends though. Like how much stuff do you do outside that you need the light for? Like for me, if I get home and it's like kind of already dark, I feel like I have all this time because I'm like, oh, it gets dark early now, so I'm good. Maybe it's just a reverse. I give myself the reverse psychology. What the fuck? Let's just do the middle part right there because look at this. Look at this badass motherfucker, Daryl Boggs. Been a little bit of a rough day. I woke up to my best friend calling me to tell me his son committed suicide last night. I felt sick for him all day. Can I ask Daryl what you said to him when he called you? Like what was your support that you gave to him? Or did you absorb it and take it all in for that? And I'm really sorry to hear that. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything you can say that makes anything a little bit easier when it comes to something like that. But man, my heart goes out to you, brother. And man, after us spending our weekend together and stuff, actually getting some Daryl and Dustin time, man, I'm here for you, brother. If you need to talk about anything, I mean, not beyond this part as well, too, brother. Super sensitive to light. Wear my glasses at night to drive. I do sometimes as well. This darkness is making me tired to drink more coffee. It's okay. It's weird that things on Goonie Street get so quiet. It's kind of sad. Yeah, this time of year, right? Yeah. Man, it that kills me, brother. That really honestly kills me. That's it. Do you don't I mean t- to say that you're sorry. I mean, the only other thing that I would give advice on, and this just goes down the road of if and you know my history and stuff, would be use this word because I think it works the best. There's nothing that you can do for him. There's nothing that you can do to fix it, right? You can be sorry all day long, but just say, "Hey man, whatever I can do to support you, I'm here." Just say that. Say, "Whatever I can do to support you, I'm here." And then when he gets into that mode where he starts spiraling a little bit, remind him to give himself some grace. Just give yourself some grace, man. Just it's not it's not an easy thing to go through something like that, and it's definitely not an easy thing to be the support system for somebody that's going through something like that, right? Because man, Daryl, you're an empathetic person just like me, brother. So, man, you feel that. You don't just hear it, you feel it, you know? And that probably goes along the lines of, why why we are the people we are when it comes to that kind of stuff. Um, I'm fucking sorry. I'm gonna take a minute for that. I don't know Daryl's friend, and I didn't know his son, but I know Daryl, and so my heart's going out to Daryl right now too. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Monica. I fear for my kid and their future friendships. It's like the quality of kids, people is going downhill due to device addiction and lack of present parents. Yeah, but you guys are doing some proper parenting over there. Jen, when she comes on the show and stuff like that, you can just kind of tell what kind of kid she is when it comes to that kind of stuff. And I think she's I think she's learning from the right people. I don't think that she's going to have a lack of quality people in her life that she's going to create. She's going to know the difference. Um, Daryl, I'm so sorry to hear that. I can't even imagine what you're feeling. Be there for your friend, even if it's just in silence, with your presence, hugs. That's great advice. I listened to this is a mind I can't remember the name of it, mind something podcast, and he said when somebody's dealing with a loss, when somebody's going through something, to be present in the moment, to tell them, let's get together, let me come over, let me help you, support you by just being there so you're not alone. Don't have to talk, watch your favorite TV show, watch your favorite movie, play a video game, not even say a word, just be there for them. Hey, you want something to eat? You want something to drink? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be anything difficult. It's just got to be sometimes showing up and being there for the person. And sometimes it helps you too, because if somebody that you know and you love and you care about is going through something, that means you're going through it too. And sometimes you got to do that for both of you. Sometimes what people say to you isn't about you at all. They're most likely dealing with their own darkness. True. Dim your dashboard lights at night and it can help. Oh, mine are all the way gone. You already know that with or Daryl already knows that. He got into my truck and like my lights don't even come on in my truck. Like, when you open your door and your lights come on, I turn those off too in my truck. So that way nothing turns on. I don't even have my dash lights are usually not on. And brother, anything you need, man, you just reach out and let me know. And thank you for coming. Thank you for coming in here. Grief is so you're autocorrect really messed me up on this one. I'm guessing it's just so individual, which it is very true. Um it's such a singular thing that you go through. You don't grieve or you don't grieve with the person next to you over the same person the same way at all. It's always something different. Oh. Um and I know that people aren't going to come on. I'm guessing usually they hit it pretty quick and they're like, "Hey, I'd love to jump on and talk for a second or say something," but nobody's rushing to it, and I totally get that. I want to get to that point though where people are wanting to come on, like even in the beginning of the show, like introduce you to everybody. You kind of get to know people a little bit. Maybe ask some questions like, "Hey, what are you going through? What's going on?" It can almost be like a positive intervention, right? Like a really positive reinforced type of intervention where the intervention part is you coming out of your comfort zone, right? And you coming out of your normal, let me just get into the chat, let me just say a couple things and watch, Dustin, Daryl on here and stuff. Sometimes it's a little bit more than that. Sometimes just coming on here and getting that out of the way and meeting people for the first time, right? We have a bunch of people that have come on and talked about all kinds of stuff. Um, and I think it's hard to really understand what that feels like until you just jump on and do it. And like I said, it I don't care. You can just jump off. Just jump off and just be like, "Hey, sorry. I just felt like leaving." "Okay, sounds good." Like, I'll cover you. Like, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Um, People hate hearing "I'm sorry" 100 times at any loss, offers something meaningful to them. That's why I say support. I've gone through a lot of loss, and I know when everybody says, "I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm sorry this. I'm sorry that," it's becomes a repetitive thing that then you end up saying to other people that you're sorry that you lost somebody and that you're going through this, and you start to apologize to other people. Sometimes it's when somebody says, "How can I support you?" Sometimes that's the easiest way to be able to. In that moment, they can like, "Hey, man, can I come over? Can you come over? Can we hang out? Like, could you fucking Uber eats me some food? I just don't want to even think about it. Just whatever, and I'll pay you back." You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it can be anything when you're dealing with that kind of stuff. Last year, my mother-in-law passed away while I was holding her hand. She passed on my birthday. I just had my first birthday since 10 to 11. Let's see, it's been rough. Or 10 11, is that like, was that October 11th? Is that what that is, it a date? Um, I'm sorry to hear that. And being there for, I don't know how you felt about that, but I've been there for quite a bit of people when they passed and been the last person that they saw. And I can tell you that to see somebody close their eyes or to go to sleep or to smile the last time and have you be there, it's comforting, needless to say, still as difficult as all get out, right? When a loved one loses their loved one, as a support, they often do not want to hear it will be okay. Let them not be okay, right? Just support them. How can I support you? And when that person starts not being really okay, just remind them, like, give yourself some grace, right? Be in your feelings in this moment. Be who you're going to be in this moment, right? Knowing that later on you're going to come out of this, right? You're going to heal from this. And right now this is the time that you have to feel it. You got to be okay, you got to not be okay. Um yeah, you guys are you guys are bound and determined to make me cry on every one of my mental health podcasts. I tell you, I'm doing my best to not. Um Somebody just sent me something, and so let me double check. Um Perfect. So my son needs to be picked up. Um, he messaged me about 10 minutes ago, so I'm probably running a little bit late. But I just messaged him and said, "Give me 5 minutes and I'll leave." So this is perfect timing for me to be able to end the podcast tonight on that note. Um, Shauna, I want to put this shout out to Shauna, to Jen, Medlock, and to Daryl. I want you guys to reach out if you guys need anything, but also like, man, I'm here for you guys. Like, I know when it comes to like the surgery and loss and going through the unknowns of health battles and things like that, right? Jesse, it's been a week this happened, but since I'm always planning events, it might linger. On the 25th, we held a trunk or treat that honestly I probably should have postponed or canceled due to the weather. We went along with it. Had a really bad windstorm come through, took a few awnings and turned them into pretzels. Luckily, no one got hurt, but right down the road, a tree fell and hurt several people. with one not making it. I'll be honest, I kind of got choked up after I heard about it. And we talked about that too, Jesse, because one of my friends had reached out. She was actually there, the person that the tree actually killed, and she was actually there. She actually covered him up with a jacket, and she was going through a really hard time. And she reached out to me, um, and she goes, "I don't even know why I'm reaching out to you. Like we don't know each other all that well. We've only met once one time." But she felt that she needed to reach out to me, and I didn't know for once, didn't know really what to say or what to do. It's a hard traumatic kind of thing. And Jesse then mentioned that to me as well, and it was just a wow, it was like such a full circle moment in that. Junior, love you too, brother, and I hope you guys do have a good weekend. And Jesse, man, all I gotta say is reach out anytime. Let me know what you need and stuff like that when it comes to that. Sometimes it's just talking through it again. Maybe it's just an expression of what you're feeling in that moment. Sometimes it's not a common thing that you're normally going through. So, sometimes you just need to talk it through with somebody. So I appreciate everybody coming on. And you know what? We got a pretty good crew of people in here right now, 20 viewers and whatnot. And I think I might do one tomorrow night. I think I might do a little meet the Goonies tomorrow night. So if there's anybody that is in here, um, the Meet the Goonies, it it's not talking about the Goonies, it's getting to know people and who they are outside of that culture, that movie, that group, that kind of stuff. It's like how we all kind of came together and stuff. Let me know. If you want to come on for 5 minutes, tell me 5 minutes and I'll ask you a few questions and I'll get you the fuck out of here. Right. So let me know if anybody is willing to want to come on and talk. If you would rather do it in a group setting, I'll get 2 or 3 people and we'll do it like that. Make it easier. But love you guys. Anybody, everybody, reach out to me anytime, all the time. I'm always here. And I wish I had some cool tagline at the end of this, except for we are all badass motherfuckers. Have a great night, you guys. I love you guys, and please reach out. Badass motherfuckers.